we can all be massively successful, and so many people have impacted our lives. So we've been doing this for like 5 years, and our story's pretty dramatic. Literally about 6 years ago, I had $47 to my name, sleeping on the floor, tinfoil on the antenna for my daughter to get, you know, Clifford the big red dog, so I could actually work. I worked on a computer that someone was throwing away, and I wrote my books on this computer, but it hummed, and it did not keep a charge. So if I jostled it just a little bit, then it would lose everything that I'd worked on. And at night, I would work on this all night, working on programs. But I had $47 to my name, and I won't get into the details of how I got $47 to my name. But I was in my lowest of lows, and I didn't have support, and my family had isolated me. I was in divorce. And I literally knew that I had this huge dream in my heart to affect women around the world, that I couldn't be the only one who felt somewhat broken, somewhat like lost. And so I knew how to transform bodies, and I knew the power of healing foods, and I knew the power of healing movement through the loss of my son, and also through the power of healing thoughts. So I love how you mentioned, you know, don't just think I'm gonna step in just a little bit or learn something. Like, we all are amazing and have genius, and it's just time to own it. And so that's what I did, and found Craig. I did a search on Twitter wonk, whoever was trending in fitness, and you know, this name came up number 4 under Oxygen magazine. And I was like, oh, it's a name, and it's in Vail, Colorado, like it's a person. So I looked him up on Facebook, reached out so many different times.
Wait, so he was trending on Twitter?
Yeah, I blew up my my Twitter when it first started, like when it was a thing, like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just got up to like 150,000 followers or whatever.
In fitness?
Yeah.
Just
I
'cause
didn't
it
know
wasn't a
that.
hobby.
Because see, I met Craig when he was doing like different real estate stuff, right? So
Yeah.
coaching and whatever, investing. Awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, keep going. This is great.
Yeah, so, you know, I believed in the power of like visualization. So you guys just need to know, 5 years, $47, literally $47 in my bank account. We're now a $20 million company, and we are just getting started. I'm so excited for everything that we're creating. And so I just kept reaching out to him, and we laugh at these Facebook threads because I was all trying to be professional. I had nothing. I knew nothing. I just had this dream. And I was like, I have this dream, and I know you're gonna love it, and I would love to talk to you. And he finally reached out and was like, I love helping out entrepreneurs, you know, we can get on a phone call. And I was like, no, I'm gonna drive out and meet you.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was like, I've gotta make sure I can like look in his eye, and I didn't know, you know, a lot of people, he was a bonus that he looked like this. I didn't really know what he looked like or anything like that. So, and I think
And she was a bonus that she looks like this. I mean, Craig's like, yeah, I'm the bonus. Yeah, okay.
But it was strictly business at first, and I just shared my dream and what I wanted to do, and he told me how much he costed to like, and I was like, oh my gosh, if he only knew I'm sleeping on the floor, and I used all my money to get here, and I used all my points at the Marriott to stay here. And it was so funny because I was like, I'm gonna take him out to dinner. And granted, I had never eaten out at a fancy restaurant at this point, and he's like, oh, we'll go to this seafood restaurant. And I was like, oh my gosh, all my money is like all that I just like slowly had saved up. He was dousing in our dinner. But anyway, 6 months went by, and I think that I made somewhat of an impression of like this grit and this passion. And anyway, long story short, you know, he decided to help me, and then we fell in love. And
Had nothing to do with her posting pics on Facebook and when she was in a bikini competition. That had nothing to do with it.
It's like real estate, or I can help this young lady who's reached out to me. How'd you make that decision? Completely did the whole like pros and cons piece of paper, wrote it out. Yeah. Oh, great.
yeah, so anyway, it's just been an interesting journey. You know, we started off with Facebook, doing Facebook ads, promoting.
Got banned twice.
Got banned twice, and it's interesting because we just got invited to the Facebook headquarters.
True.
Where they totally knew, you know, algorithms about our brand that we didn't know, and they said we reached in 6 months 90 million households, and these were also people sharing, so it was a lot of organic, which was really powerful.
Yeah, I think that's almost an interesting, almost a different stat, which is like $47 in bank account in 90 million households. You know, like not just the money, but like, wow, look how this person has come from a dream and whatever, sitting on a floor doing that. Jesse's wife, Sarah Blakely, had mentioned many, many times where she felt that way, and Jesse could speak to it better than I can, but it was like, she just knew that there was something greater. Question, pause point, how many of you know that you're meant for something even greater than what you're currently doing, right? Yeah, of course, or else you wouldn't be here. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so let's, I'll go through a little tactical stuff, kind of like where'd you start? So you got band, and then, so what was the vision of how we were gonna take like this idea and expand it, and how have you expanded it?
Do you want to?
Yeah, so we started with a recipe book, almost.
That I wrote on that computer.
So we started with a recipe book, ran Facebook ads to it, gosh, almost 6 years ago now, and it was a lead gen offer. So we actually had success out of the gate.
Out of the gate.
Yeah, so we built an email list of about 100,000 in early days. We were right about break even at 30-day mark, so we were able to make enough on the back end to sustain the business. We quickly recognized that continuity was the name of the game,
Yeah.
so we created a membership site shortly after that, started building up the subscription revenue. And then from there, we started identifying areas where we could acquire more customers. So we were really focused on customer acquisition offers.
Yeah.
So we came up with a 3-day detox, which was like a $9 offer. Then we did a 7-day jumpstart, which is like another $9 or $10 offer. So this was all positioned to...
At the same time? So were you rolling out multiple offers at the same time?
We were, yeah. So there was a time when we were cranking out new offers like every quarter. We've slowed down significantly since then. So fast forward to about 2 years ago, we started promoting our 30-day challenge,
Yep.
that's our flagship offer now. So we promote that about every 8 weeks or so, and we typically generate about 20,000 customers every challenge, and then that feeds into our membership program. So we got to a point where we dialed in our existing offers that were converting well,
Yep.
continue to iterate, continue to improve the customer experience. So we're at a point now where we're focused on just a few main offers. So it's the 30-day challenge. Then we still have customer acquisition offers. We have a DVD, which is our 3+ shipping offer, which you might say with technology and video streaming, there's no
People
way
still want it.
People
Yep.
still want DVDs.
Yep.
People are still buying DVDs, right? So we're still running that offer. We've had that for about 2 years. Continue to run that offer with the membership being the back end.
That is such a writer downer. Like that is such, here's the deal, is like if you're in a market where there's any kind of info product capability, it's just kind of unique. Even who would even think of selling a DVD? You know?
Right.
That's amazing.
Right.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so that's still going well. So, and then we...
Do you have, can I ask you, sorry Craig,
Yeah.
are you guys self-liquidating on it? Meaning are you breaking even or slightly profitable at acquisition of it, or you're not?
So the DVD, we're break even. So DVD is break even day one. 30-day challenge is slightly profitable.
Yeah.
Depending on the time of year when we promote it. So all of our front end offers, we are at break even or slightly profitable on day one.
Awesome. With the 30-day challenge, what percentage of the people who join that, like out of the 20,000, are coming from cold audiences versus either people like existing customers who came in through a self-liquidating offer,
Yep.
or a lead, or warmed up audiences?
Yeah, so we promote pretty heavily on Facebook and on Google for our 30-day challenge to cold traffic, and then we have an email list that we cultivated as well. So Danette has developed a pretty good relationship with that list, so we've earned the right to sell these offers to them. So the breakdown is on the last challenge. I can tell you the numbers. We did about 20,000 total participants. Of that number, 3,000 were to warm traffic to our existing audience.
So 17,000 pretty much new.
17,000
Wow.
new customers, yeah.
That's great. That's great, great, great. Okay, what happens after the 30-day challenge?
So after the 30-day challenge, what we see is right around week 3, they're in the challenge, they know Danette, they like her, they trust her, the program's starting to work for them. So we start to seed the next step, which is our membership offer.
Yep.
So that's called Fit Rise.
Yep.
So the last 2 weeks of the challenge, we really promote that as the next step, continue on your journey. And then we give them an option of $29 a month or $197 for the annual.
Yep.
So here's the cool thing, 2-to-1, take the annual
Yeah,
offer.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally. 2-to-1 take the annual $297, which from a cash flow perspective puts an additional, what, $200 directly in the bank account right away. And I would be willing to bet, without even asking them, that those are the people who will spend more money in like another month, 2 months, 3 months on food offers and stuff like that.
Yep.
Or supplement offers.
Yep, absolutely.
Question? Yeah, and can we have mics running around, please? We're all like this. Just go ahead, come on.
Hi, my name's Josh, and so we're doing some of these challenges, and like I've done as well. Are you able to, are these the type of people that just aren't in for the challenge? They're using like an email address, they use these cold traffic type sources, or are they actually like people that would
Can I rephrase this question? Okay, so with your question, what his question was is, are they just people using an email to go on the challenge? But you're charging for the challenge.
Charging for the challenge.
So they have their credit card, they're not giving a free 30-day challenge away.
Yeah, so we charge so we charge $47 for the challenge front-end offer, and then when you include all the upsells that we offer as well, so we offer supplements in the upsells, so it's about a $70 AOV for the challenge.
Awesome.
And then of those customers, we convert 15% into the membership after the challenge.
We got a mic right here. And then, Kate, can you grab, or where's Thad to have another mic running? 2 mics running at the same time? Oh, I have their mic, so you can't, don't worry about it. He'll invisibly show up at your door. Go ahead, Kate.
Right. So what happens once you get in the Fit membership? What do you get?
Oh, we actually just revamped that. So we put a lot of resources into this. They get so much value for their membership. They're getting meditations, because I'm a big believer in the mindset piece, which I know about Beachbody stats with workouts, and I'm here to tell you, if you put mindset with your fitness product, it is a game changer. That's what keeps people in long term, is the mindset piece. So they get all different meditations on abundance, relationship, loss, body imagery, all of that. But they also get all sorts of workouts, and we just started adding new talent to our FitRise membership. So they're not only getting access to me, but other top fitness gurus that have different skill sets than me.
Cool.
And they also get step-by-step meal plan, which has printable shopping list. It breaks it down into all different categories if you're vegetarian. So it's pretty high-tech meal plan.
So the other component that I want to mention, it's like a blessing and a curse. So we have private Facebook groups, which is pretty typical of a challenge. But we're very engaged in the private Facebook groups, both in the challenge and with the membership site. So one of the cool things is we have these women who've done the challenges and done the membership site for several years, love Danette, love her programs, and they become mentors.
We have them mentors, and they work full-time for free. And we have about 100 of them.
Yeah.
That can be good, but it's also like a lot of growth, and you have to manage not only your paid employees, but like 100 free-time employees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are covering a lot of stuff, so let me just back up 1 second. This is awesome. So how do you, I'm going to throw this to Danette first, and then if Craig wants to jump on that too, is like, how do you shift your languaging when you're doing the 30-day challenge to like to start setting up, I hate using the word set up, but to start introducing where they could stay on to create a better stick? Or do you, how do you approach that?
How do I sell that?
Yeah, do you even bother, or like?
Oh, I totally sell it.
Okay, cool, let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm
Let's hear it.
so passionate. I think the biggest thing is you have to have your why. I'm so committed to my why that I will go in there unapologetically and let them know, you will like fall off the wagon. Most, like 99% of you will fail if you do not stay committed to this. You will most likely go back to your old patterns, your old relationships, your old way of thinking. Like, you need to stay on this program. And I always say you can get out at any time. We guarantee everything, 100% money back guarantee. So I'm super unapologetic about it, which I think is huge for the sell.
Okay.
Yeah.
What percentage of people buy supplement? What supplements do you guys even have? I don't even know. Like, so what products do you have on the back end?
We're just starting. We're super
you're starting.
excited.
Okay, so you're
We
going to
have
double your bit. You're going to probably 2.5 times your business
Probably
this
so.
year alone by adding products.
Yeah.
Awesome.